Welcome back to 3 Peas 1 Pod. Today's video comes from a suggestion by fellow sweet pea Sisi. Sisi suggested we make characters for our own fictional band, which worked out perfectly because we actually already have one. Watch to hear all about our 70s band, the Sock Monkeys. Also, we have a very special guest joining us today. Our friend Ellie. She created the 4th band member. If you'd like to support us, check out our Ko-Fi. If you'd like to give us video suggestions like this one, check out its Google form. Thanks again, Sisi, for the idea, and enjoy the video. So, who is this band that we have come up with? Introducing Sock Monkeys / the Sock Monkeys. We're workshopping it.
Oh.
They existed in the late. They existed. Wait, their story is set.
They did exist.
Like they were a band together, late 60s, early 70s kind of span. Together, there is a drummer, a singer, a bass guitarist, and a
kind of trail mix.
Trail mix.
That's
That's
she does
right.
one of everything.
And trail mix is going to be
Ish.
brought to you by our first guest
Oh my god!
ever.
Oh my god! Wait, drum roll.
Ellie!
Hi guys. Oh my god. Can we?
Yeah,
She lives with
She
us.
doesn't sound nonchalant. She lives with us. She's our
Nonchalant.
roommate.
Yeah, she's really nonchalant.
And
I'm Instacarting right now.
we made this band idea like a couple years ago now at this point, I think.
Yeah.
And actually our group chat together is called Sock Monkeys because of this.
Because of it.
Yeah,
Which is
so-
crazy.
It's kind of
Yeah.
impactful.
Yeah,
but-
like we all own a sock monkey.
First character is mine, Diego. Yes! Everyone get hyped! He's the drummer. And
Like actually,
no
who could
one
care?
cares.
Like
No
actually,
one cares. Like, I hate
Yes.
him. A couple things about him. I'm just gonna say like random facts. One, his favorite color is baby blue. His
Fact number
drums.
one.
Fact number one. His favorite. And
His favorite color
And the
is
reason I'm
baby
saying this is
blue.
because he wears blue a lot, and then also his drums are blue. About his personality. He,
That one was
that's my
flawless.
favorite. That one was my
Thank
favorite.
you.
He's a funny guy. He doesn't like talk. I mean, he talks a lot, but not really that much. Not as much as some of the other ones. Other members. Kind of.
Lovable class clown.
And he also like makes really stupid jokes all the time, and he loves making fun of Mina's character Jesse.
So apple
Who-
doesn't fall far from the tree.
Or
Diego's
Diego didn't
apple
fall-
didn't fall far from your tree.
In the corner, I wrote one of like the jokes that like from day one I've said that he created did a shrimp fry this rice joke. He created
He
that
definitely
joke.
created that.
And
Wow.
like I'm just saying
big.
that as the
I
that's
really
canon,
and he
that's
would.
what it is.
Yes, that's my favorite part about this is like
Yeah,
that little
the fact that he's
interaction.
saying that.
It made me wanna make comics with them.
They're like the perfect comedy.
Let's start a
characters, too.
webtoon. Wait.
Also, ethnicity-wise, I haven't decided specifically on a South American route, but I think Mexican is what I'm leaning towards. So that's his.
Okay, so a leaf from my branch.
Yeah, so a leaf from your branch, an apple from my tree.
Apple from your tree, leaf from my branch.
Also, he is best friends with, like, childhood best friends, forever friend with Jude, which is Liza's character. We'll see next. Yes, they're big shots.
Like a Fleetwood Mac kind of.
That's kind
Right,
of vibe.
okay.
Fleetwood Mac, yeah. Well, okay, a part of his backstory, he's obviously been childhood best friends with Jude. He's known him, like, for their entire lives. They grew up together. They're from the South. That's, like...
Yeah. My vision for Jude is that he grew up in the Bible Belt.
Okay,
I can see
that's
that.
what I feel
So-
like is the same...
Yeah.
So,
somewhere around there.
So they very much have been friends since day one.
Yeah.
And because Jude plays the bass and he plays the drums, they started by like playing for other bands, and they're really good, and that is what caught the attention of Jesse, Mina's character, seeing them play. And yeah, that's kind of like their roots. I don't want to give too much away yet, but that's Diego. He's one of my favorite characters I've ever made.
I mean, honestly,
Like, I
I
draw
think
him a
all in
lot.
all, this is kind of lackluster.
Yeah,
I
I
think-
mentioned his affinity for red foxes.
Oh, yes. Also, another thing about him is that he loves red foxes, and in the future, when the band splits up, he finds, like, a secluded cabin in the woods and has, like, a red fox retreat with all the rest of his spoiled money that he got from being in this band. He just bought a very large amount of land and a little cabin in the middle of the woods and has a bunch of red foxes.
The two most important facts about him are his favorite color is baby blue, and he
Yeah.
likes red fox.
Because it kind of makes up a lot of him. Like, that's
And he
who he
draws
is. He's
that,
a chill,
yes.
nonchalant
Yeah,
guy.
he does
He's kind of just like
And,
laid back.
He's
know
laid
what?
back, chill.
And you know what?
I heard
Smash.
that.
And you know what? I
100%.
would. And I
But like,
would.
would I turn down any of the band members?
No.
No.
That's
No,
the
100%.
thing.
That's the
And
appeal.
you
That's
guys
the
are about to
reason.
see.
And you're gonna see.
No,
You're
exactly.
gonna get it. It's
You're
never
You're
gonna be a
get
question.
it. No, exactly.
Oh, hey, Jude. Jude is, so like the one that Maya was mentioning, that one that I don't know if you remember him, he was just like a few moments ago, and they grew up together, like I said a little bit earlier, I think somewhere in like the Bible Belt, so I think he has like a lot of Christian roots.
You know they went to church.
They
and had to wear
definitely
their
went to
Sunday
church, and you know
best.
what? And they definitely played in the band.
100%. That's when they got their
and they
start.
sung in the choir.
And they have little pictures of them and like little.
Diego's
Isn't
got
that
a
yes,
bowl
Sunday
cut that is,
best.
Yeah, he definitely has a bowl
his
cut.
mother
It's
did.
really, really
It's
bad, but
really,
it's kind of
really bad.
darling. And the boots.
Yeah, of course,
Wow.
those
And he plays the bass, and
He plays bass. He plays bass.
Yeah,
His
Oh my
pull
God.
is crazy.
Oh yeah, his pull's crazy. I don't know if we mentioned that already, but he has crazy pull. Sort of my vision for like when the band breaks up, and you'll see why soon.
Or like
Just
timeline
wait.
here. Just
Yeah.
wait. Just you wait.
He kind of becomes like a producer.
He's got the great songwriting capabilities. He can produce people.
Yes.
It's like, okay, wait.
He would. I feel
He
like
goes,
he would
right?
also still play bass. I feel like on other
Oh,
people's
yeah.
songs.
I think also yeah, he would just kind of
Like
like
an
dabble,
occasional-
like if
yeah,
people
yeah.
wanted him
Like
a feature.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Or a session artist.
Session. Yeah, he'd be like a session player.
artist. They should have a tiny desk.
Song with Tiny Desk would
Awesome.
eat.
They'd be all
so
like
good.
old, like
They're all
grandmas.
Yeah.
but it'd be cute.
But they're all still alive.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
they're still
yeah.
alive. No one's dead.
No one was
No
murdered.
one was
died.
murdered or died.
No
of
one
a
shot
horrible
was shot.
disease.
There's a little bit of messiness
Yeah, because
revolving
there's got to be drama in the band.
them because there has to be some triangles because
Of course.
love triangles that makes
Of
it
course.
super entertaining when
It's the 70s.
yes
Exactly.
Make
yeah,
love.
actually, yeah,
Make love,
literally,
not war.
literally.
They were making a whole lot of love.
When
And a little bit of war, too,
Oh.
I guess.
I get
No, I'm just
true.
saying things.
So true.
when the other member of the band, Bobby, joins, they have a small period of time where they're friendly.
Freaking it.
Oh.
Or freaking it. The chemistry is crazy. They're both so talented. But then Jude he gets attached pretty easily, and he knows that they can't be a long-term thing because of the stability of the band, so they have to cut it off, but a lot.
Band over relationship.
Yeah, I
Band
feel like
over
Bobby would kind of like she wouldn't gaff.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like
too.
she would be like, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Bobby's like, oh.
That's Jude, yay!
Hey!
So this is Jesse, and he's the most annoying person on earth.
That's why he's the lead
The
singer.
instigator for everything. He's the
Yeah,
lead singer.
and he's the problem.
He is the problem.
Problem
he is
child.
absolutely the problem. He came from a rich family, of
Oh,
course.
The only one.
Yeah, the only one to come from incredibly wealthy family. And I think they'd be like some kind of like big time
Rush? Sorry.
and I can't decide if they're gonna be like real
Generational.
estate or if it's generational or if
Like
it's
a descendant of like the oil.
Yeah,
oil
literally.
type.
Big
yeah,
oil.
I mean honestly that could
Railroad,
work. That could
Carnegie.
honestly work. 'Cause
Carnegie.
Carnegie descendant.
Jesse Carnegie.
Jesse Carnegie.
His favorite color is pink. And you can see that because he has his little neck scarf that he wears all the time because he wants it to be his thing. And also he has a gap between his two front teeth. If you're probably thinking like, well, like his parents probably would have been able to afford braces. Well, he plucked them off twice with pliers.
Oh my
The first time he
God.
did it, and then his dad was really mad and said like, you're gonna get it back. And then he did it. He took them off again because he wanted the tooth gap. Because again, it has to be his thing.
Parents
He
just
needs
don't
a thing.
understand him.
His no,
Can't tell him no.
He's yeah, no.
He does his own thing.
He was supposed to inherit the company, and he obviously didn't.
You just don't understand.
Yeah, the
literally.
daddy
Yeah.
issues. And his favorite food is a burger. Everything on it except for
True.
onions.
Of course, he wouldn't like onions.
Yeah, he would not like onions, but he
His
loves
butler
burger.
took them off for him.
Yeah, he loves
when he
it.
was a kid.
Yeah.
His personal chef.
The gap tooth thing, that kind of reminded me, I forgot to mention this before, but I have a headcanon that Diego really needs glasses to see far away, but he does not want to do that.
He's always squinting.
Yeah.
That is so silly. Oh yeah, so obviously he's the lead
He's
singer.
always squinting.
And he plays lead guitar. And this one that I have right here, little fun fact, is based off like a 1960s French, an acoustic one.
Kind of looks like
She's
Total
educated.
Drama Island
Total
style.
Drama
Ooh,
Island.
Like the legs.
I think it's the
Oh, yeah, I
shirt.
guess that's true.
The shirt kind of gives.
Yeah, the
body-
shirt
The
maybe.
outfit is what gives.
Outfit
Yeah, his
is
body
total.
tea.
Yeah, his
Also,
body is tea.
There's a sock monkey on there, isn't there?
Yeah,
on
it's a
the
little
shirt.
sock monkey pin
Oh,
on his shirt.
cute.
It's
No
so we need to
way.
make that
That's
merch.
sweet.
Okay, so what fan is bringing that to us at our next fan meetup?
Our next one. I don't know if we said this already, but Jesse had a crush on Jude for the entirety of the band. So like didn't like him like that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately
for him.
But also he breaks up the band because he like signs a solo contract without telling anybody.
Thanks, Jesse.
And it takes up like his whole time.
Ugh.
And he's like, I'm leaving the
Definitely
band, guys.
ugh.
I'm gonna do better. And he does not do better. He
flopped.
actually, his career flops like immediately. Like first album is like, wow, that is bad. Like tanked sales. Like nobody cares.
Like, that's so embarrassing.
I know.
That's so
And it's exactly what would
embarrassing.
happen to him.
It's exactly
would.
what would happen to him. But he also, like, during that time, like, doesn't talk to the band at all. And
They're
then
like trying to
they,
get
like,
in touch, and he's like,
yeah, they
he's
eventually,
MIA.
though, like, he comes crawling back, but not in, like, a sad way, but more of, like, a I'm better and I want to be friends
feel like-
again.
He's
And
kind of in a coat. It's kind of like a
I could see
chilly
him, like-
morning.
I almost see him like
And Diego and Jude are still living together.
at some point I see him like going through like a moment where he goes and like hikes through the Andes for like 6 weeks, and it's like a yoga retreat, and he's
that
like,
would change. He takes ayahuasca. Because as we said, everyone has happy endings in this story. This is realistic.
Who's the
Happy
Yoko?
ending.
Yeah, who's the Yoko? Wasn't it, like
Wait.
he was the Yoko?
He was the Yoko.
He was the Yoko. Like, he broke everyone else up.
Wow.
oh my gosh, it's me. This is all right. This is Bobby. Bobby, she's like free. She's free spirit. She's
100%
she's
free.
She's across
she's
the
like manic
universe.
pixie dream. No, she's not manic. What is it? Manic pixie dream girl. No, she's like that cool girl that like everyone loves and she's perfect. And no, okay. A little bit about Bobby. Well, let's see. She's originally from like West Coast. I think like California, something. I don't know. Nothing too crazy.
Cali girl.
Cali, but like. But she was kind of like, she didn't grow up super, I mean, she grew up small
like
origins.
humble
I don't know.
beginnings.
Humble
Yeah, she
beginnings.
wasn't-
Small
Humble
beginnings.
beginnings. Her parents were divorced pretty young. A lot of the responsibility was on her. She kind of raised herself and her two brothers. But like, she's cool with her parents now. The second she turned 18, she moved to New York City. So she's like, ditched that. She's like a bartender at the time. Ethnicity, she's half white, half Filipino. So a little more diversity for you.
Yeah.
Personality, she's fun, she's free, she's sweet, she's a little flighty. She can't tie her down, you know? She's not the whole
Literally free
commitment, the
spirit.
whole family, settle down, not really her vibe. She's kind of like,
That would definitely
she's
scare
living
her
moment to
too.
moment.
Yeah,
she's
she's-
not a big
yeah.
fan of commitment. I mean, her parents are not a good
Divorce,
example.
yeah, exactly.
Some iconic, she's kind of like she's supposed to be kind of like a little bit Stevie Nicks inspired, like in
of, like-
kind of career and like her musical, like she's pianist. I guess I should have said that. She plays the piano, but she also she dabbles, so she does a little backup vocals and a little rhythmic guitar.
She's jack of all trades. That's what makes her so
Yes.
successful.
She has a pretty successful solo career.
Opposed to
Yeah,
just-
no, she gets like
She's,
she
like,
gets
band.
rich. She
Yeah.
gets rich. Like
She does pretty well for herself. You know,
She
she has a
rich.
fun ride. Her fatal flaw is that she can never seem to stick with one thing for too long, except for Sock Monkeys, like one of her longest commitments
Yeah.
in her
Yeah.
life, because you know it's like she stumbled across these three guys who are kind of a mess. They kind of need her, and they kind of remind her of her brothers, and she's free.
she's
a
kind
free
of
bird.
awesome, actually.
But she's
and
cool.
We all love her. Yeah. When Jude and Diego are like playing in New York, Jesse sees them and is like, "I want to sing for you guys." They're kind of like gaining traction because they form a band together. It's just a trio. But this like producer guy's like, "You need something else. You need like another member." And so they're kind of talking about that one night at a bar, and who's bartending other than Bobby. And they like have her audition. She's awesome. Basically, the rest is history. And she has an awesome solo career, but is super betrayed by Jesse not telling them.
Because
Yeah.
why would you do that, Jesse?
And she's like, you
Yeah,
are, then I'll do
because
make
She
one
cares
myself.
about them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She'd come through for those boys.
Definitely.
Whatever they needed, she cares about them. She would still be there if he called. Like if he needed anything, drop of a hat. She'd beat him up over
I
it.
think post
She's loyal.
band success, or I guess post breakup, I feel like Diego and Jude live together again for a while, and they kind of stay in New York. And Bobby ends up going on like her solo career tour.
She's like, yeah, she's
and
touring.
but like every time she's near, she comes and stays with them.
Oh
Yeah,
hell yeah,
'cause
she
they're
crashes
all
on their
definitely
couch.
very-
I'm
yeah,
sure.
so
And they talk
close.
about Jesse, and they're like, "Oh
Like,
my
what
God,
do we
when's the
do?"
last time you've heard
Yeah.
from him?" And then Bobby's like, "Don't reminisce on past time."
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
she
is the
does not want to
present.
hear it.
Yeah.
I can see a moment she's like walking, like I need to smoke, and she like goes. up
Yeah,
to the
literally,
bathroom.
literally,
and like
literally.
Diego and Jude look at each other, and they're like,
And they kind of shake their heads. Like, earlier in the night was fun. They were all having drinks, and then like someone like made a reference that was like hit too close to home, and then
we messed up.
room went silent.
It's a rough night, and any sort of tension, she dips out. She comes back the next morning like everything's fine. Yeah. She comes back, should be hungover. One thing about Bobby, she rarely actually gets hungover.
she got her sunglasses on the next day, but like her hair's done.
Oh, yeah, model off duty.
Makeup is
No,
on
yes.
too. Like sunglasses
Makeup
stay
is
on,
always
but
on.
everything else is fine.
Yeah.
And it's not like she's perfect, but she cares
No,
a lot
but
about
she
that front of confidence.
appears
Right.
perfect.
A really random thing, but I see her like guilty pleasure is going to a ball game.
Oh, definitely. She
Like,
got a
I can
baseball
see
cap.
her.
Yeah.
She's decked out. She's got like 6 corn dogs, and she's
Oh my God,
really into it.
corn
And she
dogs.
drags the boys to a ball game, and like to
I'm
a,
drawing
Oh my
that.
gosh,
I'm
celebrity
drawing
to a
that.
Yankee, like a Yankee
No,
Mets game.
Guys,
And she's like, and they're like,
y'all got hats on. And
yeah,
glasses because they don't want to be seen.
Yeah.
This
Like
cam happens
Jumbotron.
with Jesse and Diego, and it's like
It's like
horrifically
super awkward.
Yeah.
Jesse would wear like shaped sunglasses to like the ball game, like stars
Yes,
or
definitely.
something, or like
Yeah.
hearts.
And it's like, okay, you
and
were
Bobby would be
trying,
like,
yeah,
what
like,
are
not-
I have
But
to
he
draw
definitely
this. I have
wasn't
to
because
draw
he
this.
wanted people
Yeah, exactly.
to seem obviously again center of
with
attention.
the baseball game.
100%.
Diego was
They-
a giant bucket of popcorn, like
Oh,
bigger than him.
100%. He was eating that whole thing.
Jude's got a foam finger.
Definitely.
This is my, and that's my,
okay,
that's
okay,
my
'cause-
vision.
yeah, because now I'm gonna have to draw that because that's actually the cutest thing I've ever heard. Well,
Anyways.
that was Sock Monkeys.
Yes.
I love them a lot.
I love
this,
them.
They are like so near and dear to my heart, and I think about them all the time.
Thank you, 3Ps, for having me. It's always been, this is my step through the door. So many days that I'm here and you guys don't even know it. I'm just in the other room. It's through the wall.
Wow, yeah,
you hear background noise, it's me watching TV. What?